I'm assuming context clues here. I'm assuming you were hooking up with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's even worse when you let a Trump supporter in.
But it never like crossed conversation at all.
I guess it wouldn't come up whenever.
I don't really like while I'm writing. I'm like, so what are your thoughts on women's rights?
Who'd you vote for?
Like, I'm not. When I want to get to know someone, the first thing I don't talk about is politics. Like, I want to know like about you. Like, who are you? And like, also he was Puerto Rican from the Bronx. Who I never expected. Well, maybe. Maybe there is a connection there. Maybe the flags were there. I'm just blind.
He clearly missed the thing where Nicki Jam was like, I don't fuck with this guy anymore.
And we are rolling.
All right, cool. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Raj Against the Machine. This week we got the super funny Lissa Lenis, a comic from all over New York City. You've seen her at all the clubs, and a writer on Queens Gets the Paper, which is one of Nas's publications from Mass Appeal. So, hey, thanks so much for being on the show, Lissa.
Thank you for having me. Yeah. I'm so excited to be on here.
Of course.
This started. Party started.
Heck yeah. It's always nice to have a local on the show. Astoria, that's always fun. And we're here with Eric.
What's up?
Our co-producer. He's here every week.
It's always good to have a local so we can push the time back.
Yes, we can push it back from 12 to 12:45.
12:45.
Without any problem.
I was waiting for a 1:30. I was like, I'm just gonna not put on clothes until they tell me when to come.
Can you just come tomorrow? And,
yeah. Well, so I'll tell you why. Yesterday I went out sightseeing in the city. Okay. You know, even though you're from here, you always find new things to look at.
I was gonna say, are you from here?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Yeah, well, I'm from Long Island. But you know, close
it still
enough.
Counts.
Yeah,
you're not from the city, but you're from Long Island.
Yeah, and I've been in the story for the last couple of years.
Where in Long Island?
Farmingdale.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a relative who lives in Elmont.
Okay. That's
it's still Queens.
Yeah, closer to Queens. But so I went out to the city yesterday and I checked out Little Island, you know, by the Chelsea.
Yeah, how is that?
It's cool. It's just like
I like it. It's cute.
Yeah, but
it's a man-made island.
Yeah, it's a man-made little island with really nothing there.
Well, that's the point of it.
But
it's just something pretty for the rich people to see.
Right, but what did you want to like
over the piers, like the whatever Chelsea thingy?
The Chelsea pier. Yeah. But what did you want to be able to have a drink? What did you want to make some money off of that island?
They have like little shacks, but it's not like it's like knickknacks, like little island stuff. But they have like summer shows there sometimes, like free summer shows.
Oh, okay.
But that's more like nobody knows about it,
right?
Until you go like to Little Island. And actually see that there's a show happening there.
Yeah, okay. Well, see, I appreciate that because like when people start to know about these things, they get super packed and loaded and.
Yeah, that place in the span of 2 minutes can be full.
Mm-hmm.
I went there a couple of times last summer, just like passing by, and I was like, "Oh, let me just go sit down." No, you can't.
You can't.
The second it hits 12 noon, it's packed. Everybody's there with their kids. Everybody's screaming. Everybody yelling. They're having fun. I was like, nah.
Yeah, but then it makes me feel dumb. I'm like, where did you hear about this? Like, I live here, and I didn't even know about this.
And
I still don't know what it is.
You still don't. So it's like three little, like, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like three bowls, and there's like, they're like this.
Staggered.
And then they have like a park on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird.
And they have like these swivel blue chairs that everybody wants to sit on. And
I don't fit in them at all.
No, stop.
I was like, oh, okay, this is not made for my people. Got it.
Well, did you try it? Because those chairs, they're made to not fall. So,
no,
like,
I fell.
You fell?
That's why I said they're not made for me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that shit threw out my equilibrium. Oh, can I cuss? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can totally cuss. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Because okay. Well,
because I didn't know that you're not. It wasn't like because it does this weird thing when you sit on it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that, so I just threw my whole body.
Well, but I saw people throwing their whole body, and
no, I fell.
Oh shit!
I fell, and I was like, "There goes my back."
But you could have probably sued the city.
I could have,
because it says these chairs will not fall.
Do you know how many times I've fallen in the city, potholes and everything, have not once like sued city.
You're
I don't know
missing
what it
out on
is. I
so
just like
much.
because I also get embarrassed when I fall, and I just like, oh no, I'm okay,
Yeah.
I'm okay, I'm okay. And meanwhile, like my leg is holding on to dear life.
Oh my god.
I was like, no, just put some ice on it. It's like, don't look at me, please. Like that's just how I am.
I mean, you're missing out on so much. You're leaving so much money on the table.
I know I had a recent fall where like it was the Puerto Rican Day Parade, as one does go
Yes,
to
of
it.
course. Yeah.
And there was a pothole. I didn't see it. Fell right into the pothole. Got up like it was nothing.
Like you
Continued
walked,
on my day.
You walked into the pothole?
Yeah, I continued because I didn't see it.
Must have been a pretty small pothole.
Wait.
How do you not see it? Was it a big pothole?
It's a fucking.
So I didn't know, and my friend was like, "Watch out!" And I was like,
It's got cones.
"It's," and I like literally fell like boom, knee first,
Oh no.
and I get up like it's nothing. Now I'm wearing like jeans, and I don't feel anything because usually like when you fall and you rip your jeans, you're like I'm like obliterated
Right.
my knee. Nothing happened. I go to a restaurant to eat. I go use the bathroom. I put my pants down and I look full of blood.
Oh no.
Full of blood. And I was like,
Oh.
guys, gotta go.
Oh shit.
I was like, guys, I gotta leave. I get home and like clean my leg up and I realize it's like completely shattered.
Wow. And
like,
you didn't
scabbed
feel
up
it?
or
Like when you
anything. I
put
didn't
weight on
feel
the knee,
anything.
you didn't feel anything? Wow. That's crazy.
I have like this thing where it's like I don't know if it's like a medical mystery, or like I would get hurt and I won't feel it until the next day.
It's like that movie Novocaine. Did you see that?
No,
That's
that's what it's.
Well, this guy has a condition where he can't feel pain.
Oh,
Um, so like,
but I think that's different.
Did he fall in a pothole? No.
All right.
because he wasn't dumb. But joking.
Did you hear how he talk to women on this podcast?
Welcome to the podcast.
well. Also, let's go back to the size of the pothole. How big? Because you stopped when I asked you.
My friend saw it. You know what it was? It was like one of those potholes that was like a hole, but then it went like slanted down. I don't know how to explain it. Like it was a crack and then a hole.
Okay. So it is one of those potholes where you can't visually see unless
Yeah.
you're looking down at the ground.
Unless you're looking down.
Okay.
And I don't look down because a fee fi fo fum is how I walk apparently.
Well, I'm not a downlooker. I've stepped in so much like dog shit and stuff, and everybody's like, "Watch where you walk." I'm like, "Who watches where you walk? You just walk."
I look because when you're tall, when you're a big person, you don't look down.
But I think anybody just doesn't.
I don't know. I just be holding my head up in confidence.
Yeah.
And if I fall, I get back up and act like nothing happened. And then I suffer the consequences later.
Yeah,
That's just how I am.
But I same way. I get super embarrassed whenever I fall. I get up so fast. I make sure nobody else saw me, and if they did, I get the hell out of there. I don't even want to see what made me fall.
And if there's
what
a
happened.
camera there, baby, delete that.
Yeah.
Delete that.
Yeah.
Delete that. You did not see me here.
Oh, yeah.
I can only imagine the day there's so many cameras around the city that's caught me falling.
Oh no.
Where I'm just like, the day I become famous, somebody's gonna use this and blackmail me.
Make a compilation.
They're just gonna make. Do you guys know Lisa? Well, we know her from this.
Yeah, she falls so much.
I was like, it has to be my equilibrium.
So
Is that even a thing? I literally say that all the time. I'm like, it's
equilibrium.
my equilibrium.
I think that's a balance thing. No?
Yeah, it's a balance.
It has
Like you
to
regain your balance. Yeah. Your balance was off.
I'm
That's
like,
why you
this is
fell.
my equilibrium.
I just don't know.
Sure.
I don't know.
Oh, in the context you're using it.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is my equal. Oh yeah, no, I think that makes sense.
My
I got what
balance.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Falling into the pothole, I don't know that if that's because of the
All
equilibrium.
right, we need to stop bringing that up.
sorry.
Now. I regret saying that.
No, it happens. But the reason I bring it up is because my uncle, he slipped somewhere in Midtown. He slipped somewhere in Midtown. He didn't even get that hurt.
He sued the city.
He sued the city, got $250,000. Yeah. Yeah. He showed me the bruise the next day. He's like, look what happened. And he's like playing tennis and shit. And he sued the city for $250,000.
He's wearing a neck brace while he's swinging it
I
back.
love it. I love it. I love us as New Yorkers. I really do.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, man. I don't know. I just, you know what it is. I don't.
Did you get a photo of the hole? Like, could
Well,
we?
so
No,
the reason, and he slipped on something that wasn't even. It probably was his own fault. Like you fell through something that was the city's fault.
Yeah.
You probably would have got more than a quarter.
I know. I don't be thinking these things through, honestly.
Well, the next time you fall, take a photo, take a video,
Stay on the floor.
stay on the floor.
Take.
I think that's the thing is I can't stay on the floor because I'll be like, oh my god, everybody's looking at me. Everybody's looking at me.
The
please.
more people that look, the more people start filming. You go viral. Now the city is want to get all those videos
And
off
you know
for TikTok.
what? It's so funny the way that I felt. It just felt like when you get hit, like in Super Mario when he gets hit with the hammer.
Oh, yeah.
You just shrunk down. That's how I felt. Like I just shrunk down. Like, somebody hit me with a hammer and I got.
Were you with some? You were with people.
I was
right?
with my friend and she was like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" I was like, "I'm fine." Keep walking.
There was probably a moment where your friend was maintaining eye contact with you, and then all of a sudden you just. She's like, "Where'd you go?"
And it's so funny because I'm the taller one of us, and I was just like, keep going, just keep walking. Nothing happened.
That's pretty funny. I actually a comic buddy of mine, he passed away, but this was a horror story. He fell on stage. Oh. He fell off stage during his set.
Is that how he passed?
No.
Are you talking about not Neil?
Neil Nanda?
Yeah.
No. I'm not sure what happened with him, but
No. Who's the comic that passed
Just
away?
list
Sorry.
every comedian that died.
Right.
no, he's a Philly comic. His name is Michael Brooks.
Oh. Okay.
Do you know Chris Cotton?
No.
Okay. Well, Chris Cotton was a little bit bigger than Michael Brooks. Like he was getting some heat in like media and stuff, but they both passed away around the same time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and Michael Brooks, he was in Philly and he was performing on a big show, and the stage was like above the crowd.
That's happened to me.
You fell off stage?
I fell off and on stage.
Oh my God.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's nothing though.
Did you get it filmed?
I'm gonna be honest. When that happens to me, like whenever I fall, like if I've tripped on stage, I just be like, anyways, how y'all feeling today?
Well, it probably works for your set.
I literally I'm just like, yeah, laugh it up at my pain.
I mean, if you film it, it's nice. You
That's true. You
clip
get a
it
clip
out.
out of it.
I'm not one of those. I can't do that. I'm like, I tried my person who is like, I don't want to say manager, but she's like, you have to start clipping everything now. And I'm like, I hate that.
I know.
I hate that we're being pushed to clip everything. Every little bit of nonsense, we have to clip it.
I know.
Raj hates it too.
I really do. I really
Just
do.
never post it.
I'm like, dude, can I just post what I love? And then that's it. Why do I have to post like this lame crowd clip?
Yeah.
For what? Oh, where you guys from? How long you been married? That's cool. Anyways, you guys are gonna get divorced by tomorrow. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I know, but that's what the algorithm wants. It's
That's social media
unfortunate.
for you now.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I started, social media wasn't such a big thing. I mean, it was starting to be, but then like I know comics that were like, "Oh, I had to look at Craigslist for me to get gigs."
Sorry, I thought I heard some knocking.
I did too. That's
Yeah,
somebody's coming.
Sorry,
in
that
here.
was me. Sorry, that was me.
You had to look at Craigslist to get
get
gigs?
gigs.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh well, I had to go to that extreme. I just went to a couple of bikes and then I started getting booked."
Yeah, that's great. Who the hell is getting booked on Craigslist for a stand-up
You'd
gig?
be surprised.
Yeah.
A lot of comics that start uptown
Uh-huh.
have to do that. Have to do
Wow,
that, yeah.
that's crazy. Yeah, no, I just started getting booked.
And those are the
again.
best comics now.
The ones that started on Craigslist?
Yeah.
Name names.
No, I can't. I can't do that.
They don't want to be known as a Craigslist comic.
Right? Craigslist comic. It's actually a horror movie now. I'm writing.
That's the name of the episode.
Had to test it out.
Craigslist comic.
Yeah.
Good. Where were we? Oh yeah.
But
I think falling on stage is not like, for me, it doesn't really bother. Falling in general, like in front of a crowd, which is so weird because when it's outside comedy, I'm like, oh my God, please nobody look at me.
Right.
But in that moment, it's like everybody's gonna look at me regardless, so I don't care.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'm on stage. I might as well play it off. Oh yeah, I fell. I fell.
Yeah, that's so true. Because I just had this conversation the other day with one of my clients. I do video work as my day job, and I film social media footage for one of my clients. And one of the things that he's doing now is he's taking up these cardboard signs with like a pun about his company. And
The dudette with the sign?
well, he's emulating that.
Okay.
Yeah. So he goes up in the middle of like these huge crowds and he holds up the sign. And I'm like, I don't know how you do that. He's like, you're a comic. You do it all the time. I was like, yeah, but that's in a controlled environment on stage.
Yeah.
Like I could never just stand up in the middle of a public space and hold up a sign.
No.
And he's like, that doesn't make any sense.
And I think
to
that's where it differs, where we're in a controlled climate, like environment, versus this is chaotic.
Yes.
You don't know which way it's gonna go.
Yeah, you don't know how somebody's gonna react or
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
At least people, when we're on stage, we're like, it's a comedy show. People know like what's gonna happen. There's supposed to be something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
In the outside world,
all bets
we
are
don't know
off.
what the fuck is happening. You're like, yo, is this guy for real, or are we getting punked? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Nobody knows nowadays.
And also, like what happens if somebody had like a soda and they threw it at you? What can you do? You can't do anything about it.
You can't do anything about it. You just be like, well, okay, I just got hit by a soda. I'm gonna keep on walking.
I'm gonna keep on. Exactly.
It's a good clip.
There's the producer.
There's a producer right there.
I'm just gonna start throwing shit at you guys.
Be like,
We'd go viral so fast.
start throwing stuff at us. I'm like, you see how they treat me? I'm a woman. I'm a woman of color at that.
Oh man, I'm clipping that. I'm gonna end the clip there.
Oh my god, another clip where I look like a fucking misogynist. Please put it out there.
I love it.
We have yet to read the message where we were called misogynistic, and yeah.
You've been called misogynist on the pod?
Okay, so we had an episode where a comic did a bit.
Okay.
He did a bit about
gorilla.
On the pod?
on
Yes.
the pod. Yeah.
All right, this is when we as comics have to disconnect. Because
Yeah.
we're having conversations. We're not selling our bits here.
Oh, but I asked him about it.
Oh, okay.
I asked him about the bit, and then he recited the bit, and it was a bit about
100 men versus one gorilla.
100 men versus one gorilla.
Oh, yeah,
Remember
yeah,
when
yeah.
that was like a big
Yeah.
topic?
It was
Yeah.
literally that week, so it was barely a bit because it was like something that he had just thought of in the last like day or two.
And then he gave her reasons why 100 women would win with the gorilla,
Right.
but not in like a pro women way, but in like a dad jokey way. Like, oh, the women would just remind the gorilla of all the things he's done in the past.
Oh, corny.
Yeah, like in a corny way.
Not me. Not corny.
Corny jokes lame.
Ma.
And then he had a couple other examples, and I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty funny. And that's where he ended the clip. So now it just looks like I'm on board.
That's rage bait, baby. But if you watch the full thing, Raj goes, no, the women would probably win because of this, and
because
this.
they would strategically get together, because men would just be like, let's go fight him, and then he would kill them on, but women would actually take time to like
I'd be like,
strategize.
do you want some bananas?
Yeah.
You want to talk about this?
Exactly. Yeah.
See?
So, yeah, but nobody watches the full ep. They watch the clips.
They watch the clip because you want the rage bait. You want that attraction. You want that audience.
So we asked
that.
the comedian if she wanted to come on, and she sent me this message about how the clips were sexist and hacky.
Yeah, and incel.
Who was the comic? We can bleep the name out.
I'm not gonna bleep. We're not professional enough to bleep the name out. I can show you after. I can read
Okay.
I can read the message. but,
Yeah.
He said, "I'm not editing all that, girl.
That's too
Relax."
much. We're trying to get.
It's like, relax, girl. We gotta post this by tomorrow. You want
Yes.
me to bleep people's names out and
gets
shit like
it.
that?
Yeah, we're already 2 weeks late. We got to post by tomorrow.
Oh, really?
She goes, "Hey, Eric." I asked her. I said, "Hey, do you want to come on?" She goes, "Hey, Eric, definitely not. Since you asked, I checked out a few rules on the." Since you
I love an
asked,
assertive woman, though. I do.
definitely not. Since you asked, I checked out a few reels on that podcast page, and I saw some really hack sexist stuff that I would not want to be a
Ugh.
part of. Good luck,
Yeah.
though.
Is she white?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Of course.
100%.
Well, that's your problem.
Yeah.
Now that's the clip right there.
Yes. Good luck, though. Hope you both can take the show in a new direction.
Oh my God. Well, here, how's this?
There's
for-
always gonna be a white woman to ruin it something. It's always gonna. I don't know, and I all respect to my white girlies. Y'all do y'all thing sometimes, but there's always gonna be that one white girl where it's like we're all having fun, and then here comes this loser, like, oh my God, it's so anti-feminist. Like, girl, fuck you.
I was more offended that she called it hack than
Exactly.
than
I was like,
sexist and misogynist.
Hack is crazy.
Yeah, I was like, I thought the sexist
Watch
stuff
it
was
be
pretty
somebody
clever.
actually like.
Yeah. Wait. I should see. Well, yeah. Anyway, continue.
Do we follow each other?
I'll find out right now.
Okay. If we follow each other, I take it all back. I think you're a great girl. If they produce a show, I think you're I think you're phenomenal. I think you're so funny.
I don't,
And book me. I've taken it to a new direction.
Well, you're a hack.
Yeah, apparently, super.
That's crazy.
But so yeah, we've been trying to prove her wrong ever since.
Has it been working?
No.
Okay.
No, I think we've gone easy on that stuff, or I haven't even entertained that stuff as much anymore. But
Yeah.
At this point, your audience is gonna be who agrees with you.
Exactly.
Well, the problem is
You're not here to convince anybody to come your way. It's people already in your
right.
the issue is like on TikTok and stuff. We have like a right-wing audience.
That is, I don't know how that happened.
Right.
Yeah.
As opposed to like Instagram where
I'm rethinking this podcast.
well, that's our show. You guys got any plugs?
Speaking of people unintentionally going on right wing podcasts,
Go ahead.
What a segue. All right. Hit me with it, Raj.
so apparently Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey both went on a podcast who are both pro Dems. They're very like left wing, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey. And then they went on a right wing podcast. And now people are like, what the hell are you guys doing?
Bussin' with the boys.
Bussin' with the boys.
First of all, phenomenal name. Phenomenal name. I really love that. This is so on brand for Taylor Swift. I think here's the thing. It's not. I don't think it's their fault. I think it's whoever their publicist or manager
who allowed it to happen.
Actually,
allowed that.
I'll cut you off before they took a photo with them. They weren't even on the podcast. They just
took a photo with them.
with their friends, pretty much. Who so happened to be Trump supporters.
I think you could take a photo with the Trump supporter. I mean, I think you could even take a photo with Trump.
I was going to bring that up.
I could take a picture with Trump. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I don't think I could take a picture with Trump per se, because I don't want to be associated with that.
Okay.
But I also can't sit here and be like, let me be friends with your with your cult.
Right. But you probably have cult members as friends already. You
and
don't
that's
even realize
the thing. A lot of these people are like DL Trump supporters. A lot of I know. Oh man, I'm putting myself out there on this one. I was talking to a cop. First of all, that was my biggest mistake
giveaway
right there. Yeah, that was my giveaway. And also, I didn't know he was a cop. Mm-hmm. I found out the second I went to make more research, as one girl does.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, you're a cop."
He turned his body cam off.
Yeah, absolutely. He turned his body cam off. But then I was willing to let that slide because I was like, there are some good cops out there.
Sure.
And then come election time and the inauguration is on the TV and he put up the eagle and the American flag.
Oh, no.
And I was like, no. I was like, you're breaking my heart. Yeah. I thought you were one of the good ones.
Oof.
But it was already too late.
It was too late. And it was so weird because that's the only thing that I could be like, sometimes you don't know.
Right.
Who's who. Right. You don't.
And I'm assuming context clues here. I'm assuming you were hooking up with this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's even worse when you let a Trump supporter in.
But it never crossed conversation at all.
I guess when it come up whenever.
Yeah, I don't really while I'm writing, I'm like, so what are your thoughts on women's rights?
Who'd you vote for?
I'm not. When I want to get to this one, the first thing I don't talk about is politics. I want to know about you. Who are you? And also he was Puerto Rican from the Bronx, who I never expected. Oh, well, maybe. Maybe there is a connection there. Maybe the flags were there. I'm just blind.
He clearly missed the thing where Nicki Jam was like, I don't fuck with this guy anymore.
And the fact that Donald Trump was like, she's a phenomenal rapper. Nicki Jam. Bitch, did you just confuse Nicki Jam for Nicki Minaj?
That was crazy.
I still can't get over that. And I wonder where Nicki Jam is now.
I don't know, but man, did that guy backtrack so fast?
And then a week later, what's his name?
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Tony Hinchcliffe was talking shit about Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. And Nicki Jam is literally
what have I done? Talk about career suicide.
But yeah, there's things where you don't know who around you is a Trump supporter. Well, but I feel not to be this person, but if they're your friends and I would hope my friends would watch my podcast and you watch your friend's podcast, you'd be like, oh no, like our friend loves Trump.
Right.
So it's
That's
like
so true.
You can't.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more to the story than leads. They had to know that they're Trump supporters.
Right.
I think they're just keeping what's the word I'm looking for? I think they're just showing face.
Right, like acting
and
like
being
they
cordial.
didn't know. Yeah.
Because you literally we're in an industry where you can't be like burning bridges left and right.
Exactly.
Over at Trump supporters.
And also, whenever you're that famous, you can't not know these things. You can't
That
not.
too.
Your people working for you can't not do their research.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
I blame their people.
but wait, you're saying they weren't even on the podcast?
They weren't on the podcast. It was just a photo. I think they just so happened to be in an event. Kelsey is a football player. The rest of them are athletes. They probably just know each other through whatever.
Oh, so they took a picture with.
They took a photo and threw it on Instagram. And then the Taylor Swift fans saw it, and now they're commenting. Like, but also like I know these guys, but I didn't know they were pro-Trump. Like, I'm not, like, you have to be like chronically online to know everyone's fucking political stance. Like,
you would think their people would be like, hey, let's not post.
Yeah,
I see what you're. Yeah, I get that argument.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
it was the Bussin' with the Boys
guys
are the ones who posted it.
Bussin' with the Boys. That's a crazy name for a podcast.
That's a cool ass name.
I just like saying
that's a bukkake thing.
Bussin' with the Boys.
Bussin'. Yeah, they're busting nuts left or right.
Oh yeah, they are. They're
that's
each
why I'm
other's
like, that's
nuts.
a crazy name, but also very catchy.
I do like it. Bussin' with the Boys. I feel left out. I want to be one of the bussin' boys.
I don't think so.
Okay.
We already got right wing followers on the podcast.
I already am one of the boys. Like,
yeah, you don't need a bus.
Where were you January 6th?
plotting.
Right.
But no, I will say there is footage of Kelsey, I guess, at a press conference where people were asking about how he felt about Trump being at the Super Bowl, and Kelsey was like, "I'm extremely honored that the president of the United States was here."
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I think he meant it in a way like, whichever president was here, I would be honored that the president was here. But I also
like
feel
being facetious, like.
No, I don't even think he was being facetious. I think he was genuinely honored that the president of the United States was at the Super Bowl.
Like, could have been anybody. Joe Schmo could be the president.
But regardless of which president it was, he would have been honored that they were there. But then people were like, "Oh, I can't believe he said that," because he's clearly a Trumper if he was honored that Trump was there. I think he was just honored that the president was there.
That the figure of like was there. Got it.
Yeah. Like, but that also probably didn't help whenever this picture was posted with Bussin' with the Boys. But
it also,
that's crazy.
It's also similar. It's kind of similar to like when the Eagles won the Super Bowl and they got invited to the White House.
They denied.
And
a chunk of them didn't.
Some of them went, some of them didn't.
Yeah.
I kind of like put myself. I'm like, would I have gone to like make?
I wouldn't
make a statement.
That shit would have been whack.
Yeah, that should have been so whack.
I feel like they're not gonna have anything good. I feel like if it was Barack Obama, I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go. They're gonna have fried chicken and shit like that. Like, that sounds racist, but you know what I'm saying. This is so racist.
Clipped right there.
But they're gonna have good food. I feel like with Trump, they would have had like
McDonald's,
KFC, McDonald's. Bitch, I could get that right here.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need to go to Washington.
I don't go fucking Washington. Why to put on for this schmuck? No, thank you.
Yeah, that's true. That's if I was on the Eagles and I got invited to the White House, I would probably be one of the ones that didn't go.
Right.
Because I'm already famous. I'm already on the Eagles.
That's true.
I don't need this.
Oh, I thought you were talking about personally. I'd be like, Raj, baby.
Raj, you've got 2,000 followers.
No.
I'm already famous. I love the delusionalism. Yes, manifest, babe.
Raj, this podcast has 60 subscribers. On YouTube.
Raj Balani on the Eagles. Raj Balani on the Eagles. I'm already famous.
We got.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So going back to what you were talking about, so you accidentally dated a Trumper.
Yes, big accident. I wouldn't even say date.
Okay. Well, you accidentally were seeing a Trumper. Yeah. Now that is an interesting point, though, because when you are, starting a relationship with someone, maybe this goes somewhere, maybe it doesn't, but you don't talk about those things. And when you don't talk about those things,
I personally don't care to talk politics with a person. I want to know like your background, like where you're from, how you were raised, what's your connection with your mom, what's your connection with your dad, like the nurture part of your versus nature of your upbringing.
But I'm saying when you don't talk about those things, you actually find that you have a lot more in common with these people than you think. It's only when you start talking about politics, then you're like, I can't believe you think that way. But like, you both love dogs, you both love your family, you both love hanging out with friends and drinking and socializing. You both have a lot of things in common.
Yeah, and the fact that I was willing to put like the idea of him being caught behind my
I mean, that was crazy. That was.
And you know what? And I think this is like where in this generation we're just like, he has a good job, right? He's union, you know. Yeah, it's benefits. Not one of the ones that we want. It's not a firefighter,
and he will protect and serve, right? Like if somebody broke into your apartment, right? He's kicking some,
you know, I can get a good a card. In case I get pulled over.
No tickets for you.
No tickets for me.
No tickets for you.
But then
he'll shoot people, especially if they're black.
Okay. But the thing is like, I was like willing to be like, well, you know, you're like a ethnic cop.
Oh yeah, he was Puerto Rican.
He was Puerto Rican. So I was like, okay, so you're hopefully a good one.
Right.
But it was like, I didn't put all my marbles in one basket just yet because I was like, something's a little bit off.
Right.
Was that the breaking point?
Absolutely.
Really?
I literally was like, oh my God. I literally was, when he posted that, I was like, no.
Yeah.
Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah. And I go, block.
Oh, shit. Just like that. Block.
Block.
Wow.
I sent the meme where it's like this person pushing a button and it says block.
Block. Yeah. I get it.
It hurts because it's just like you were getting to know this person. We were on such good terms, you know. And then it's like a sudden like it's like
to pull a rug right out from underneath.
I was like, damn, I really need to like start talking to people more about political views, I guess.
Yeah, or if you just never talk about it ever, you might
just 30 years
but
married.
No, I can't be like, oh yeah, I'm like a liberal, but my husband is a Republican.
Yeah, that is awkward. I've met couples like that.
Really?
Well, because like they're married and then one of them suddenly changes their views. Not suddenly, it must have been like a growing thing over time, but he changes their views and now they're married. Right. Like, she's like, oh, I still love him. I don't really agree with his politics, but he's my husband.
Yeah.
You know, like,
but is he like Trump Republican or is he just like a regular dad?
Oh, no, like hardcore Trump Republican.
My dad was a Republican until Obama.
Yeah.
He saw Obama's views and everything, and he switched to Democrat.
Yeah. But was your mom and dad married at that point? When
Listen, we're happened? Latino. We don't get married.
Okay.
we wish for the best. My mom, political views, she's just like, don't fuck up my check, one. Don't fuck up my citizen, two.
Yeah.
And make you know, as long as I'm able to breathe and be a woman in this society, I'm okay.
Yeah. Well,
she's not a very political person, but obviously she is one that's like, yeah, I have common sense. I know what's right, what's wrong. So, and it's kind of weird, like coming from such a like cultural background where like, you know, the machismo man is the one that leads it. But my mom was always like, no, know who you are and stand on that ground.
Right.
And my mom, I don't know, I guess you would say she's a liberal.
It sounds like
she believes in gay marriage. She, you know, she wants all rights for like any immigrant. The basic stuff. She's like, we came to America to have a good life.
Right.
And for you to take away all this stuff is ridiculous.
Isn't that crazy that someone who believes in these basic things is labeled a liberal? Right? Like That's just how it should be. Like, that's just somebody who cares about people.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it would be like liberal, but I feel like anybody with common sense and common decency in society to be like, to have some type of decorum and be like, no, I think everybody should have the same rights as me.
Yeah.
And should have this, and that.
Yeah, but
I love how I was like, we don't gotta talk politics, and that's all we're talking about right
well,
now.
I mean, I think it's just interesting that like when you're seeing people and the political views like separate you guys, and it could happen at any time. Like, for example, me and my girlfriend, we've been together for 7 years, and she's.
I have to ask, white?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you hear the way I talk? Of course.
Where's Dr. Umar?
Snow bunnies?
The snow bunnies. They've gotten to you.
But
I'm joking.
No.
I don't even know her.
I've always went white. I don't know. My ex-wife was white. All my girlfriends before that were white.
You're a divorcee?
Yeah, I'm a divorcee. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get into that later in the episode. Don't worry, guys. I'll dig up some dirt for you. We'll make this a good podcast.
Did you want to hit the Love Island? Did you want to run us through this Love Island stuff?
Oh, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to? Because this could be an hour episode right here.
We've got like 15 minutes, but
15.
All right. So very quickly, Love Island. You already watched the UK, so you already know what the gist is.
Big fan of the UK version.
So right now we're in cahoots. We're in heats because Taylor said no to this girl named Alondria. Now, speaking the perspective of a person who's a TV writer, a writer in general, Alondria is a beautiful woman. She's the perfect woman on and off paper. But when you put that woman on TV, boring.
Okay.
Because it's like, we get it. You have your standards and you want. But also, Alondria is showing people, like, don't put all your chickens in one basket.
Right.
Is that the phrase?
All your eggs in one basket.
Whatever.
Right.
Eventually, they turn into chickens.
Well, eventually, they're going to turn into chickens.
chickens in a basket.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket because she was fighting for Taylor. And the second he went to Casa Amore or the girls came to the villa,
Right.
he flipped that switch the second he saw this girl, met her for 3 days and was like, yeah, I'm going to go be with her.
Whoa. Those fast flippers.
And the thing is, people were rude. But there was one point she was paired off with Nick.
Okay.
Which is like, everybody's like, I don't know what it is about him. Like, I don't find him attractive. He's just like a 12-year-old boy.
Okay.
And with a great smile, I guess. I don't know. And also, I have to say, this season, the women are phenomenal. The men, mediocre.
Okay.
These men are ugly.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, of course, they're being desperate with what you're giving them right now.
Well, are they ugly or are they just ugly in comparison to these beautiful women?
The thing is, this is Love Island.
Right.
Right.
So you have to be hot.
You have to be hot. God for girl, if they put me on that island, they will lose their mind. Like, I'm a 10 in my head.
Yeah.
On Love Island, I'm a -0.
No,
okay.
get the hell out of here.
No, but you have to think about it. These people, these men go on there and they're like, oh my God, I'm the hottest person around. And it's like, yeah, I would be hot too in Minnesota.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
This is Love Island. You look like ass. Okay. But this season, it's so crazy. But there's also a former pairing, Huda and Jeremiah.
Okay.
Jeremiah was the hottest guy on that island.
Okay.
And there's this little midget. Oh, can we say that word?
Yes.
We could say it.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's this little leprechaun by the name of Ace,
Okay.
who's been after him since the beginning.
And Ace is a lady.
Ace is a guy.
And
He's created I don't know why they let this little minion
okay.
dominate the men.
Wait, and Jeremiah is also. Oh, so wait, there's gay couples on Love Island?
No.
Okay.
I'm talking about the boys now.
Oh, you're talking about the boys.
I'm talking about the boys. Ace 5'2", 5'4". I don't know how tall. He's not that tall.
Okay.
And he's been dominating the boys since the beginning, talking about this is a game and we gotta explore and all this. All right, calm down, Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
Want to explore all these couplings.
Yeah, he's got the Napoleon complex.
And he's hating that Jeremiah has picked Huda and stick by her since the jump. When ideally that's what it's about.
That's what it's about, yeah.
And he's like, no, you didn't even try to talk to any of the other girls, all this other stuff. Even if he did, he probably didn't like him.
Yeah.
Like he liked her.
Yeah.
And so they basically pressured him to start exploring other women. And then when that started happening, Huda was like, I thought you were all in with me.
Yeah.
What's going on? And people were talking shit about her, talking about she's overreacting. But when somebody from the jump was like, I'm with you until the end.
Yeah.
And then they go, psych, wouldn't you react the same way?
100%.
I do like the new guy that she got paired up with. Very, very hot.
Okay.
6'8".
Ooh,
basketball player.
Big one.
Yeah, and I like the contrast. I do. I like a little Big Daddy.
Yeah.
I do.
Is this all before or after the twerking scene that I keep seeing on TikTok?
This is the pairing, the new pairing. This is after.
Okay, it was Huda that was doing the twerking.
Yeah.
Right?
So and also there's these allegations now.
Oh no.
The way that she was twerking, it's like, girl, you used to be a stripper.
Oh.
And the thing is people are also saying this stuff about her. It's because she's a mom.
Oh, is that known, or is
Yeah.
that something they found out?
Yeah,
after?
that's where like the viral clip where she's telling Nick, she's like, I'm a mom. And he goes, a mom? I'm a mommy. And he goes, a mamacita. And it's like, no, I'm a mommy. A mom of a dog. I have a daughter. And he couldn't like fathom it. He's like, you're a mom?
Oh, wow. That's crazy. I got to see this.
It's so much
twerking
going
clip,
on.
though.
Yeah, it's something.
But I will say this is a message to America.
Are you looking up the twerking?
Oh, yeah.
You're looking at the twerking video?
Yeah.
While they look at the twerking video, message to America. We need to get Ace, Tyler, and Austin off my island. For the love of God, if we have to sacrifice Shelly and whoever else is paired with those other two bozos, get them off the island. I do not care. I do not wish them well. That's all.
Midnight Ballerina. Are those,
Midnight Ballerina. There it is.
That's is that the name of the move that?
No,
she's
that's
doing?
the name. That's the new name for stripper.
Damn,
that's kind of a cool name.
That's a crazy twerk. That is crazy.
It's good.
It's pretty good.
This show's over.
Yeah.
And she has all these girls, I will say this, phenomenal bodies. And the thing what is also scaring me about the show is because this is literally what's happening in our dating culture. Where we love bomb one person and then when the next best thing comes, we leave that one person.
Oh yeah, it sucks.
And it sucks. And also another thing, a more woman to woman type of thing. These girls are barely 25 and plastic surgery up the ass.
Oh yeah.
It's so many fillers.
Literally up the ass.
I'm like, oh my God, this is so bad. You don't even have your front lobe.
Is Alondra?
Alondria.
Does she have anything? Because I know.
I don't think so. I think she's very, very natural because a lot of her body has she has these nice tiger stripes on her butt. Also,
if she used
this show's kind of vulgar. They are always in thongs.
Oh well, I mean that's the idea behind it.
Yeah, I'm like, this is another reason I couldn't be on that island. Do you know how many yeast infections I would have on that island?
Oh my gosh,
I would wear a muumuu the whole. I would wear something like this on the island. What am I gonna get up every day to put on makeup to put on a bathing suit for what? I'm gonna keep my hair in a bun.
You think they do their own makeup?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they do. They film them.
Do they really?
Well, they probably film them starting it, but then I'm sure they have artists finishing it. No,
No.
because they're still going to be on TV at the end of the day.
It's still a 12-hour day. I don't think there's a way.
Also, they're on this island. They don't even know what times it is. They don't have any phones.
It's possible.
And there was this one girl, and I'm like, damn. Her name is Vanna. And she was one of the new bombshells.
Okay.
On Casa Amor. And this baby girl said she was 21. And the whole internet, Twitter was like, you look like Jigsaw.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And just imagine going on Love Island and thinking you're the hottest piece of ass.
And then everybody
for the internet to tell you, you actually look like Jigsaw.
Yeah.
And right now she's home.
She's home watching everything. And just and they gave them their phones back.
Yeah.
So I know this is going to be crazy. And I pray for her mental health because the internet really devoured her.
I mean, it sounds like her mental health wasn't even there in the get-go if she already had that much plastic surgery done.
And she's from Salt Lake City.
Yeah, she's from
Yeah.
Like the fucking Mormon Wives, they've already set standards for all those kids. Yeah, well, have you seen that show on Hulu?
No.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
No.
They're all like these young 20-ish year old Mormon wives who already have multiple children, and they all look like so plastic and Barbie-ish.
Oh, I didn't know that. I have to watch that.
And it all takes place in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Oh, yeah. I gotta watch this.
It's pretty catty. You'll like it.
Yeah. Okay. Calm down.
Well,
You'll love it.
That's pretty catty. You'll like it.
no, I'm just saying I love it. Like whenever my girlfriend's watching it, I'm like, ooh, what's happening now? You know, like
No, you got to watch Love Island. You got 22 episodes to catch up. So
yeah.
Unfortunately, we have to go to plugs.
No, plugs. All right, we'll go to plugs.
okay. No problem.
Okay. Well, no. Hold on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say something.
Do say it.
Yeah.
Do you know you want to say it?
I wanted to say it.
You were just calling her Caddy, and now you got things to say.
Caddy, Mormon Wives.
Are you sure we should have him on the show?
I know this guy's just always like,
just bringing up stuff we don't want to talk about anymore.
You got any more pothole stories while he figures out what?
All right, suck my dick. All right,
clipped. There we go. No, okay, all right. Well, this was fun. There was probably so much more to talk about, but we'll have to have you again. You live so close by, so we'll do it again.
I'd love to do it again.
Yeah,
I'll think about it. Unless my episode becomes very right wing, I'm not gonna do this anymore.
No, if anything, this is probably the most anti-right wing episode we've ever had.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Well, it's going back to. Okay, well, so the reason I brought up my girlfriend, we've been together for 7 years.
Okay.
So we're both politically aligned. We're both very left and liberal. But as soon as this podcast started coming out, I would have some views which weren't so left.
Right.
Or I would have arguments about. I would question things that weren't so left. So now, every time my girlfriend and I hang out, and if something political comes up, she tries to make sure that I'm still on the same side.
She's like, I heard this. Let's talk about it. Let's digest this, buddy.
I saw that clip.
Yeah, exactly.
Did we think that day? Did we have a granola bar? Okay.
So, like yesterday, we were on the subway coming back from Little Island, and she was like, "So, Mom Donnie, what do you think about him?" And I was like,
I'm crying. So I'm Donnie. I know he's one of you guys, but how are we feeling about him right now?
I was like, he's not getting my vote. She's like, what? Why not? I was like, maybe Lander will get it. She's like, oh, okay.
I will say this. I guess I'm happy that he's our mayor, 100%.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest. He was our council member in Astoria.
Yeah,
and there was a lot of interactions I had with him where it was like, all right, you're not really helping me out here. So I gave my vote to Lander, but he was my second.
Yeah.
So I also, there are certain things that you can't really be like, I need help now, because obviously he's a council member. He's gonna be busy.
Right, of course. Exactly.
But it's like there was never any fall through with it. So.
Yeah, but I just think it's funny because we've been together for 7 years,
right?
And I feel like if I did go right, she would 100% just fucking
drop
hit the button.
I would too. But who do you think you are?
So I think it's so you were seeing this cop guy for what, a couple of weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you just dropped him, but I don't think it matters.
That's what I'm saying. This dating culture now is so atrocious, and I'm just falling right into the pits of it.
I know.
Was I willing to talk to him and be like, hey, how about we don't do Trump?
Right.
How about we switch up?
What happens if he was open to that? He was like, oh, I like you so much, maybe I'm open to changing my views.
You will never find out. He'll never get my day of time.
That is unfortunate because odds are it probably wouldn't have happened, but you never know. There might have been one guy out there been like, hey, you know what? I'm willing to rethink.
But also,
things.
if you're willing to just switch up like that so easily,
what kind of person are you?
What kind of person are you?
That's true.
Can't win.
That's the whole point of this episode. You can't win.
That's the name of the show, actually.
Can't win. But with that being said, that was fun. That was really fun. Lisa, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for having me. Yeah. This was really fun.
Do you have anything coming up anytime soon?
No.
Nice.
Okay.
No, you could come see me perform all over. I'm usually at New York Comedy Club, Broadway, Greenwich, whichever. You can follow me on Instagram. Usually I post my shows that I'm on there at damn_Lisa. That's Dan with 2 M's, Lisa with 2 S's.
Cool. All right. Yeah, check her out. She's if this is any testament to what you do on stage. I can't imagine. It's probably so funny.
It's actually chaotic.
Yeah, chaotic, crazy. She's falling all over the place. It's gonna be great.
That's actually how I open, and nobody steal that. Thank you very much.
God damn it! Sounded like a really good opener. Right. But yeah, Eric, what do you got going on?
Just Jokes and Dreams, episode 1, and this.
Oh yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Raj Against the Machine. You could catch her on a stage falling somewhere. You could catch him. Yeah. You can catch him on set somewhere.
I regret coming on this podcast.
And you can catch me waking up late and not attending my own podcast.
Okay.
But yes, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was so fun. Lissa Lenis, Eric Rosati. We'll see you guys next week.
Later.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks so much.
So much fun.
Yeah, this is great.